Terry. This is just a short video to talk to you about the announcements tool. First of all, I want to point out that at the bottom of your course menu there is an announcements, what looks like the announcements tool, but it is not. If I click onto it, it takes me to a blank page that looks like Libby added, and it's got her information on it. So probably, going back to the course orientation, you should probably delete this. And you can do that by pointing to it and clicking on this drop-down menu and just selecting delete. And then you have to click OK twice, I think, and it'll delete the link. So that's how you take that off this course menu. Now, you might want to add, though, the announcements tool. And the reason I say this is that it's a great tool for informing students, reminding them of due dates, reminding them that they have a meeting with you. I know some of you have you do a face-to-face job interview, so that might be something you might, a way you could use the announcements tool. So I'm going to show you how to add it to the course and how to use it, and then, it's optional. You certainly don't have to do this if you don't want to. So I'm going to click on the plus sign. This is how you add the announcements tool. I'm going to point to the plus sign, and I am going to click Tool Link. And then I'm going to add announcements. There it is. Go ahead and add that. In the type drop-down menu, I find announcements, and I select that. I make it available to users so that students can see it, and I click submit. And it'll drop at the bottom of the course menu. Now I can move this by pointing to it and grabbing this double arrow, these handles. And I just click, I drag and drop. So I'm just going to drag it up to the top of the course menu, which is probably where it should go if you're going to use it. And then to add an announcement to the course, I'm going to click announcements. And oh, look, you can see that there's already an announcement in this course that's been used previously. If you look over here on the right, you see that Kim Maynard added it in spring of 2017, it looks like, so last spring. So you can use this announcement, you can keep it here if you want to, or you can edit it, or you can delete it. You can edit it by clicking on this pointing to the drop-down. Let's start again. You can edit it by pointing to the title and getting the chevron. Click on it, and you get a drop-down menu. And here's how you delete. And if you want to change it, you can click Edit. And here's where you make your changes, any changes you want to make. Or you can date restrict it if you want. You can change this from not being restricted to restricted. And then you can decide, when you would like it displayed, what date that you want it to open and what date you want the students no longer to be able to see it. And you can see that she's checked, send a copy of this announcement to the student's email account. So that's something else you can decide to do or not. That's up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel this because I'm not going to make any changes, but you can make the changes if you want to. You can also create your own announcement by clicking Create Announcement. And, I always, when I teach, give my students, as you can see, there's a welcome announcement. So you could say, welcome to Jobs 132, So, and then just say, welcome to the class, or whatever you want to say here. And once you're all finished, you can decide on the duration. Do you want it date restricted or not? Again, you can decide when you want it to displayed and until when. You can send an email copy if you want. That's up to you. And when you're all finished, you just click Submit. And, let's go back to not date restricted. So I can go ahead and submit it. There we go. Okay, so, and there's the announcement. Now, the nice thing about this is, let me just show you very quickly. I'm going to go back outside to my LNC Blackboard. Announcements appear underneath the title of the course to the students, so when you have an announcement for the students, they see it immediately when they log in. So that's another reason why it's a really helpful tool. So you can decide whether or not you want to use it or not. I'm going to go back into your announcements tool. I'm going to delete this Welcome to Jobs, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, me adding it. It's something you'd want to add. And I'm going to actually go ahead and also delete the announcements tool. You can then add it if you want to. So there we go, delete, delete. So if you have any questions about any of this, let me know. Thanks.